Hi everyone, my name is jibbijug. So today I would like to talk about a 420 ml milk jugs because I got a lot of questions asking about what is the best jug for them, what is the best jug for latte art. Well, it's very tricky to answer because it very depends on the cup size and how you use in your cafe or are you using at home. Alright, today I'm gonna talk everything about these jugs, okay? So okay, let's first start. Literally, when you wanna use the jugs to pour in the 8-ounce cup like this. So mostly I'm gonna use my one. This one 380 ml is called the original. You use 380 ml, steam, pour. This is gonna be perfect for 1 cup. If you really wanna do 2 cups for takeaway, so here you go, you're gonna use a 600 ml to make 2, okay? But however, almost at the end of the day, you're about to close the shop and then you're not that busy anymore. For me personally, I really like to use only 1 jug because now I can close, start to clean the coffee machine, clean the bench and stuff like that, and I only use 1 jug. So this is the reason behind it, why I create this site particularly for the cafe, or for actually it's more like a versatile use because you can use for small and for the large. Okay, let me explain. So for example, most people gonna use 380 ml for small and 600 for large, so 12-ounce takes away cup. But what I found is every time I steam the milk in this one, I will have the milk left over, which is you have to chuck it away or you have to reuse the milk again. So I actually prefer to use the milk just exactly the same amount that I'm going to use, and then the customer always get the fresh milk, that fresh stream all the time. Alright, let's talk about this one. So if you like to steam in 8-ounce cup, so I put the milk just half, okay? Then I steam, I pour. So you really need to have the idea that they're gonna have 1 shot, espresso shot in here. So it's about 30 ml, and the big one is gonna be double shots in here. So it's gonna be that much. That means you really need that much of the steamed milk, okay? Right. So it will fit small. So if it lasts, I will top up the milk here, so the fresh milk. And then after I steam up, so I pour, it will be fit the last one without any single wetness at all. So for me, it's very useful before I'm closing the shop, or if I really want to use 1 jug when it's not so busy. This is very useful, okay? Now, I'll finish the takeaway one. Now let's talk about the cup. So as you can see that this is about, I will show you. So this one is about let me top up more. Okay, so it's 180 grams, so it's about 6.5 ounces. Alright, for this one. And this one, the surface is a little bit wider. Let's see. Okay, this one can fit about 200 grams of water, so or it's about 7 ounces. Okay, 7. So this will fit this very well, very good. And what about this one? This is a 12-ounce size, so it's quite big. When I actually want to use in the big cup, you can literally see that because you're gonna have double shot right here, okay? You need that amount of milk. The milk will exactly perfect, but you really need to work on it a little bit because if you can see, this jug is a little bit smaller than the surface of the big cup, like that. So when I actually push more weight to help the jug to carry on the pattern, to set it down more easily, if I really want to use in the big one, okay? You can, but it's not the best because it's more versatile product. It's a medium size. That's why sometimes it doesn't gonna fit the large. Okay. Now, when I use in the small one, I don't need to put too heavy. just wiggling very nice and very controlled, because the weight of the jug will actually help to carry on the pattern to set down, help to pushing through. Okay, right. So these jugs, let me repeat you again. So this jug, the thickness 0.8 millimeters, and the weight is about 183. It's not super light and it's not super heavy. So like for example, this jugs is 0.7, 0.8, 0.7, smaller and thinner. So this one weight around 135 grams. See, light. This one I find I really like to use when I'm working on a double shot coffee or a double ristretto, because you know when the coffee fresh, it's gonna be so gassy, and I find it's very hard to put through. If I use a very thin or very small one, sometimes I need to put more weight into control, and most of the time I want to be relaxed. So I kind of like, oh, if I use a little bit bigger, more heavy, more taller, so it's more powerful to put through. So this is make my day more easier, alright? But again, if you use small jugs and then you have a lot of thick crema that you really need to fry, you just put through harder. It's pretty the same daily. Okay? Okay, let me repeat again. It's 0.8 millimeters medium weight, and the handle design to, the hand grip is more comfortable, easy to wiggle, and it's a laser. Okay, so I would say it's lasts long for the handle, not easy to fall off, and then and the medium weight, it actually helps to set the pattern down, and because all the basic pattern require to push, you need to push through the pattern. For example, when you do Rosetta, you really need to wiggle, push it in, and then move it out. Or tulip, you push. Swan, you're wiggling out and push. See? Heart as well, you're wiggling, push. So that's why all the basic, it require a pushing technique. What about it's not the basics? So for me, they have two different size, so 6.5 and about 7. It depends on your cafe, what do you have in the cafe. But for me, I like to use this one for the basic in a small cup. But when I start to draw more complicated, like so this one would suit the basics and intermediate, like inversion patterns and roads and stuff like that, and swan. And this one, when you start to draw, because when you draw, you have too many elements in the cup. You have a lot of Rosetta in the cup. So if you have a wider space for you to draw, I think this is better. Okay, all right, let's have a look. I will start from the basics to intermediate, and then the drawing pattern at the end. So you will see that it literally, you need to understand the jugs, and when I use small cup size, or I'm gonna use the last one for the drawing. All right, let's get started.